Hello friends, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. If you're new here, my name is Elena and I am the homeschooling mama to 3 kiddos. Here on my channel we talk about everything from homeschooling and homemaking and all the things in between: planners, books, freezer cooking, days in our life, pretty much everything. Today is a special video. It is a collaboration with Abby from Rooted in Rest and Jessica from the Waldock Way. It is their open collab. They monthly put out a prompt for the homeschooling community. And this month is Making Math Fun. So I have a couple of things that I'd like to share with you that we use almost daily in our homeschool that make math a little bit more fun. The first thing we use, and I'm sure there will be a lot of mamas that say this, is just a plain old deck of cards. A deck of cards has so many possibilities. You can do tons of math games with them. You teach your kiddos to play war, where you put down each player puts down a card, and whoever has the higher card gets it. The person at the end of the game that has the most cards win. Even Go Fish is great because it's recognizing numbers and a couple of letters, but all kinds of great fun things. You can even search up on Pinterest using these. You can just put down 2 cards and have them add them, subtract them if they're larger, multiply them, all the things, and it's just with a simple deck of cards. We keep our cards in this little container. I think this is from the Dollar Tree, but it just kind of helps keep it a little bit more sturdier for my kiddos. The next 2 things I'm going to talk about is our actual curriculum that we use. And I know that can sound like not exciting, but it really is fun for my kids. So for my youngest, he is 6 and he is considered special needs. He is on the autism spectrum. We use the Moffat Girls Math Made Fun, and that is on Teachers Pay Teachers. Anything I can link, I will link down below in the description box if you wanted to check it out. But this is the bottom half of his school box. I have a video where I put these boxes together for them, but essentially there's just these little these are little Sterilite boxes. I believe is the brand, or maybe Iris, I'm not sure. For my youngest though, all his math is kept in here, and this is Math Made Fun. She does have some worksheets that go with it. She also has centers that she uses to reinforce what you're learning, and they're really fun. They're hands-on things, and I think that that's why it works so great with him. So for instance, this little center that he's doing, on the top there, the first center I had laying there was called Feed the Unicorn. You can play it with 2 players. So him and I actually started playing this the other day, and then his sister joined in because she wanted to play. So that was really great because she was kind of reinforcing some of her math skills while he was learning new ones. So I use a paper bag, and then I kind of just I've cut out for the mouth, and then I will paper clip on this, and then they have little cards, and you will take a turn flipping over the cards, and the person with the higher number will feed the unicorn. And so that's just one of the many centers that she has. She has lots of hands-on one. This one is count and compare the acorns, and they're like brightly colored. So it draws his attention, and he has a lot of fun with it. And he knows that if when he finishes his 2 worksheets or 1 worksheet, whatever he has, we get to play a game and we do a math game. I do have a video up where I put together this particular curriculum. If you'd like to see that, I will link it both in the cards and then down in the description box for you too. The curriculum that my older 2 use is Matthew C. They come with these for I think for sure it's like the primer through elementary, maybe all the way up to junior high. They use these. My son just started 9th grade and he's on some smaller blocks, but I think he might have started the smaller blocks. They have different blocks for, I believe, when you get to pre-algebra or fractions or something like that. But these are the blocks that come with it. The box it comes in is a cardboard box, so if you wanted to, you could switch it out for something a little sturdier, but we found that this works just fine for us. As you can see, they have different sets of blocks, and there's just something about being able to hold and touch that make the math so much more fun. Plus, I think my kids like that this is a subject I am not necessarily teaching. They watch a little video with Mr. Demi on it, and he explains the math concept to them, and then they go ahead and do their worksheet, and if they have any questions for me, they can ask, and then they use the blocks frequently in the beginning, and then he actually encourages you when you get this to go ahead and let the kids play with the blocks for a little bit, even before, you know, if you purchase this over the summer and then you're going to start that fall, go ahead and just let them play with it, get used to the blocks, kind of check them out on their own. So my kids will do that. They'll pull the blocks out a little bit and just kind of play with them. But we also use these blocks to go with another tool. So we will also use these blocks to go with this set here. This is from Brooke Brown, and this was also from Teachers Pay Teachers. This is kind of just place value learning. So she has different kits and different things available. So for example, this one says build a fence to show 55. So you'd have your kiddos figure out how many 10 blocks they would need, in this case 5, and then you'd have them also pull out how many of the ones blocks they need. This would also be 5. So they are kind of understanding that concept, and then they're going to take these things and make a fence for the little 5s. And so, you know, it's just a hands-on activity. It's a lot of fun for them to do. They build the fence around it and then show you that, and then they can flip the card and do a different number. And you can make your own numbers. You can use these over and over again just to kind of concrete that idea. The other one that comes with this one is the 3-digit place value, and these are to build a house. So we're not on fences anymore, but you build a house because it's a larger number. But we use the blocks for these also. Another item, I think actually the next 2 items are from Teachers Pay Teachers. Also, it is one of my favorite websites because there's so much information. There's so much you can look for on there. The search bar is your best friend on there, I feel like, because there is so much there. But you can type in math games for 2nd grade, or you could just type in math games, and then along the side they have where you can pick multiple grades at one time. So if your child is somewhere between 2nd and 3rd grade math, or maybe they're in 3rd grade and you just still want to concrete those 2nd grade foundations, then you would pick both of those and you can kind of pick and choose what you need. One of the things that we purchased from them is from Simply STEM, and again, I will try to link everything I can down below. She has a set of math games, and she has different play boards or game boards that you can print out for yourself and use with all of the games. So this particular one is pizza. I printed this one out because pizza is a favorite of my youngest, so we used this one. I also printed out a unicorn one for my daughter. And then I have these just cute little monsters printed out for if they want to both use it, or if you just want something different, or it'd actually be really great for the month of October. So I've just printed out a couple of them. She has a lot more to choose from. Typically when we play, I will slide these into a sheet protector page, so just so that we can reuse them over and over again. And then she has little cards, and she has tons of different games. I just have a couple printed out. I printed them on just some fun color bright sheets. But of course, you don't have to do that. You can do it just on regular paper. You can do it on cardstock. You can laminate these if you want. Go crazy. Do what works best for your homeschool. For now, we just have these as little papers because I'm not sure. So I like to first see if this is a game that my kiddos are going to want to play over and over again before I laminate them and make that commitment. So this particular game is for telling the time. It has different things on there. This particular card says, look at the time on the analog clock. What time will it be in 10 minutes? And so when they get the answer, the way you print it out, the answer is on the back. And then if they get it correct, they get to move one space. And then they have different ones. They have asking if the 2 clocks have the same time on them, and then they have to let you know. And so you use the board and move it along. Another one that we've printed out is for even and odd numbers. This one is for my younger one. Actually, I think we started using this with my daughter, and now it is for my youngest. So it just shows you some different numbers, and they're asking, is this even or odd? Or this one is, there are 5 monsters. Is there an even or odd amount of monsters? So these are just a really fun way for them to be getting in these practices without feeling like they just have to sit down and do drills. This set is skip counting. It is counting by tens. So they have 188, 198, and then a blank, and then 218. And your child or you is supposed to figure out what the missing number is. So I will take turns with the kiddos playing this with them. So they can get in the extra practice. And the last one that we have printed out is select the correct symbol. So this is a greater than, less than, and then it also has place value. So this one is what it has the number 824, and then it asks you which is the value of the underlying digit. So this one has just a couple of different ones in it. It also has addition, what form matches the following number. So your child can figure them out, and if they get it correct, they get to move along on the board. So we keep those, like I said, we just keep these out for now. But a great way to keep these stored, you could keep those cards maybe in one of these little plastic bins if you had enough of these, or even in little like Ziploc baggies, or if you had rubber bands, you can tie them up. Right now we just have them out because we are actually using them. Another option would be to put them into one of these. These bins are some of my favorite bins. If you've seen some of our other videos, you know that we use these and I really enjoy them. But in here has our final thing that I will share with you today. We have lots more stuff, but I feel like you're gonna get so much information today, which is great if you follow along on the playlist. I'm sure these mamas have some wonderful games. This one is another set of printable games, and in here we have some more little printable games that we've done. This one is coin counting. We have all the way down to tracing numbers, so they can get that in there, and then 10 frame counting. So inside, for instance, let me show you this 10 frame counting one. I just have inside the little pieces that go with it, and they have little numbers. We were using this when he was a little bit younger and he needed that extra sturdiness of the lamination. So he really enjoyed having the Velcro. So all my numbers were had the little Velcro on the back, and then he had to match it up with what was on the 10 frame counting. So what we would do sometimes is just put all the numbers inside here, and then I would give him the cards and he would match them up. And then sometimes we would turn them over and take turns turning over the cards and matching them up. So there's lots of different things that he could do with this. But also it was really great because this was something that I could get him set up with, and it was pretty self-contained, and he could be doing that while I was working with one of his other siblings. So it worked out really well having that. It also worked out well in the sense that he kind of knew that these bins were him, and him and his sister knew they were welcome to pull them out at any time. So sometimes even during quiet time, when they weren't tired enough, we would pull one out and just kind of do these things. This one is coin counting, and I have actual coins inside. So it just has some, a mess. Usually I tape this card to the front here, so that when we pull it out, it's not as messy, but I didn't do that this time. So this one is, it has the coins. These are just pennies, and your child will count them. And what I did was go ahead and throw some pennies in here. So on these cards, they just have pennies, and then I would have him place the penny on the correct answer. So that was a lot of fun too. I think we're ready to update these, honestly. But these are, if you have younger ones, these would be great ones to start with. Also, of course, you want to watch them if you actually use coins instead of clothespins to put the answers, because they are small, and children like to put lots of things that don't belong in their mouth. Okay, I gotta sneak one more favorite in here. This is reading eggs. I have changed my son's name to Son for his privacy. But on reading eggs, they also have this included bonus of math seeds. And so it's really cool because you can click on lessons, they have driving test, mental minute, you can play games, you can get awards for it. My kids absolutely love this. They can collect as many points as they want, and then or as they can, and then change their avatar and things like that. It's really cool, and they have a lot of fun with this as well. I know I said that was the last one, but there were two more things that I just wanted to share really quickly, just in case. I don't know, just in case. These are two more things that we really enjoy using in our house. The first thing is Play-Doh. I know in some households, Play-Doh can be a little bit tricky, but here we do really well with it, and it is so great. I found this Play-Doh Shape and Learn set, I believe from Walmart, but I'm sure you can look it up and find it like at Target or anywhere else. This particular one is numbers and counting, and it comes with these little, mats for them to use, and this particular one has more and less, and so they can make little Lego creations like that. It also has another mat here that has a number line down at the bottom for them, and then a place for cards, and then it does come with the cards, and these cards are really cute. They're little number cards, clearly, but they have these little characters on them. They're really sturdy too. These are great for little hands because they're like this thick cardboard, and it comes with these. Let me see if my camera will focus in for you. these little characters, but these little characters also are on these little punch things that they have with it. So it comes with these little like little punchers or little handheld things, and these are great for little hands because it's got a really strong grippy thing on top, so you can have them either stamp out the amount that's shown on the card, or here on the box. Or here on the box, they have an example of where they build out the number with Play-Doh. There's just lots and lots of different things you can do with this, and I really enjoy this. It also does come with 3 small Play-Doh tubs in case, you know, if you just want to buy the whole kit by itself, it does come with a Play-Doh too. And now this time for reals, the very last thing that I will show you is our little erasers. This is something that we use as a math manipulative. We really like collecting these little erasers. We have already filled up this little container. This little container is from Michael's. I will try to find it and link it down below. Wait until they go on sale. Typically, their storage goes on sale, I think, in January and probably right before back to school. But I know for sure we waited and got this on sale. I'm not sure if they're still doing coupons weekly for it. But inside here, we just have the little erasers that you can get either from like Target Dollar Spot. We just recently found some at our Walmart, and I think, of course, Lakeshore and online, they have a bunch of fun stuff too. So we have in this one little pizzas. In this one, that's a favorite around here. I like to let the kids go and pick out some. When Target was having them more frequently, it would be fun for my kids to go and they each get to pick one out. This one is little like snowbirds or something like that. I don't know, that's what we call them, snowbirds. So we have these, and there's these little ones. Not only do they just like to kind of play with them, but it comes in handy for when we're doing math and they want to count stuff out, or when we're playing bingo and they cover the cards. Bingo is another great game you can use for math. You can just have a bingo card full of numbers and ask them what is 2 plus 2. And if you have it on your card, if you have 4 on your card, you get to cover it up. We did at one point find actual numbers, but this is another great tool. Clearly you don't have to collect this many, but I mean, we had a hard time stopping and not getting them. But now that this is full, I think we could slow down and not collect as many. So that is it for me. Thank you so much for listening to me share some of our very favorite things for math. I hope that this was somewhat useful to you. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos from us, maybe check out our channel and see what else we have to offer, and it's something that you'd like to see on the regular, be sure to subscribe. We do put out videos on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and it's Sundays. So if that's something you like to see, go ahead, check the channel out, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much.